From an undisclosed locations, for reasons of security and insecurity, I bring to you tonight MnRTV live show. And tonight we'll be talking about mass media, all Illuminati controlled news. Everything's alive, folks. Everything that you see on the newscast, it's all script and pre-planned, and what is allowed to be seen is what they're being told. That's what is allowed to be seen. But anyhow, that'll be later on. But before I get to anything else, let me introduce to you from Montreal, the one and the only. He's been waiting all week to do this. He's been very excited to go on this live broadcast, worldwide transmission. I introduce to you the one, the only, my co-host, the madman himself, Mario the Coffee Man.
All right, Robert. I'm glad to be here. You know that. We could be outside enjoying the cold weather, but me, I'm happy to be here in this seat to give the people out there the knowledge and what they need to know, because there's a lot of stuff that I know that I want to share with people out there that don't know, or that know some partially, or that don't know at all, sheeple. But I'm there to show that, I mean, I should say me, I'm talking also about you, because you know it's like we're a tag team, right? We tag team MNR.
Baby.
That's MnRTV live show just for you, and I'm happy to be here.
And I'm drinking my coffee from Illuminati Resistance. We have our eye on you. My custom-made anti-Illuminati cup. Speaking of which, this show has been brought to you by the Montreal Anti-Illuminati Task Force in collaborations with 12160.info, a great website, folks, about dismantling the NWO, the New World Order. And that's it. So, yeah.
Don't you just love doing this show?
I'm excited to do the show every week. It's a lot of work, a lot of research, but we do it, you guys, to bring on to you, to expose the world elites, all the evil going ons and everything that's happening in the world today. And we bring you the truth. We're non-censored. No one can censor us. No one can stop us, except maybe if they actually find us where we are. But we're in undisclosed locations for reasons of security and insecurity, and no one can really find us because we're deep down underground bunker style. All right, so we gotta do.
Yes, Robert. I'm gonna do what I have to do on my end, on my part, which is to show you the proof, because people want to know the proof. So me, I'm gonna post up the truth. I'm gonna post so people can see the proof, and I'm gonna give you the instructions on how to do this, and everything for the new people, because there's a lot of new people out there, and you're always invited. But be nice.
Exactly. There's new people every week, and there's a few new people today, and it's a worldwide transmission. This show's been brought to you, it's being broadcast worldwide, coast to coast, everywhere and anywhere that is an internet connection. This show can be seen through a phone, a tablet, a computer, even smart TVs that have an internet connection. All right, go ahead.
So let us begin, right? Let us commence. And get it going. So this is 12160.info. It's a great website, blog, if you want to call it like that. You know, I like it. It's good. It gets the word out, because that's what we're here for, to get the words out. Okay, so now here it is. This is the video. If you don't see this, you just press refresh, hit the play button, and you see us on live. And if you don't see us on live, there's no problem, because this will get recorded. Once it gets recorded, you can see it again, like I do. I watch the shows afterwards again, 3 times if I have to, because I like to know.
Yeah, we both watch the show time and time again, right?
Yes, because there's a lot of information that gets spewed out. So now here's the Chitango. You know, be nice when you come on here. You know, share with us what you know too, because it's interesting. You know, it gets the wheels moving in motion, and that's more or less for the 12160. But bookmark it. I suggest you bookmark. The next thing. How could we forget? But we don't forget, because you know, we post it. So
Or MnR blog, right there, MnR Productions.
Mariolaur.blogspot.ca, that's where it's all happening. You know, you got the beautiful city of Montreal there. And so this is it, you know, same thing as 12160. You got the Yahoo video right there, or the show, I should say the show. And you got the Chatango, and then you got our beautiful pictures right here. So let us take a look. And these are pictures that are found on both Conspiracy Talks, which we're going to be showing soon, the Conspiracy Talk on Google Plus and the Conspiracy Talk on Facebook.
All right, so now let us begin right here. The pictures. Hunger kills more than Ebola, but it's not considered a significant problem since rich people can't die of it.
And that's true. How could people say this is not true? This is very true.
Indeed it is. Not something good, though. Not at all.
Hunger kills more than Ebola. That's the point. The next...
Every day. Why do we have wars? We are ruled by an elite of psychopaths who own the banks that control the government and media. They fund both sides of the war for profit, and they manufacture the consent of the public through the propaganda of the media. Yes, folks, this is so true. They finance both parts, and they play one part against each other.
The media, what we're talking about today, right?
Yes.
Back to fluoride's always up there, fluoride, you know? Fluoride.
Yeah, this is your pineal gland. This is your pineal gland on fluoride. And if you can see, folks, it looks really destitute. It looks, the brain looks, the pineal gland looks like it's really, almost like it has cancer or something.
Yeah, it messes you up, fluoride. The worst thing, but here we are, we're always thinking.
Fluoride is in our toothpaste, folks, and sometimes fluoride is also in the water system.
Well, we did a show previous to this one while back.
Yeah.
You know, on fluoride, we touched upon it, so people want to see it. It's right there. Next thing.
Richest nation in the world. 1 in 3 kids live in poverty, and that's the United States.
Yes, and a lot of people like these pictures that we're posting, so.
That's why we do it, folks. We're not here for our own pleasure. We're here to expose what's going on. Rest in peace, the 2,996 Americans who died in 9/11, and rest in peace, the 1,455,590 innocent Muslims who died during the U.S. invasion for something they didn't do.
Yeah, people have to Google and do their homework on this, and they'll see what we're talking about. Halloween was this week, I think it was?
Last Friday. Ebola and terrorism.
You see what they're eating. They're eating us humans.
Exactly.
And this one is black.
Yeah. Did you know AIDS is a man-made virus? 9/11 was an inside job. The Federal Reserve owns America. Cancer is curable. Your food is full of chemicals and drugs. The history, you know, has been whitewashed and altered, which we'll be talking about tonight. Vaccinations contain toxics, ingredients that have been linked to autism, cancer, and death. Bill Gates is behind the Ebola vaccination and worldwide depopulation. ISIS is a creation of the United States, Israel, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Qatar. Yeah. I don't know if many people know that, but now you guys do know.
And slavery, past and present, what we were then and what we are now. We're all slaves too.
To the grind, MasterCard, Visa, in debt. We're slaves to in debt till we die. Some way or another. A prison planet, you can say. Exactly.
No, not for the people that are for guns and all that.
If you don't have to give up your car because others drive drunk with theirs, then why do you have to give up your gun? Because others who commit crimes with theirs.
We're almost there. Another 5 pictures.
All right. And the next one, wage slaves, buying crap they don't need with money they don't have. The more they spend, the more they're in debt. The more they're in debt, the more they work. The more they work, the more they borrow. The more they borrow, the more they spend. And that's the way it's supposed to be. Banks, corporations, government equals genius. Now we all know who's behind all of that.
See, these pictures make so much sense.
Exactly. These are the pictures of the week that we get. All right, and this right here is the Illuminati right there. The whole bunch of them.
Including Condoleezza Rice, we see there.
I see Dick Cheney. Is that George Bush?
Yes.
I see Zygmunt Brzezinski behind. Who's the guy with the cigar?
Probably the bankers. Isn't that Rothschild?
That's what I was thinking. Probably Rothschild himself. The one that actually controls the world. Rothschild, one of the bloodline Illuminati families. And there's also I said Dick Cheney and Donald Rumsfeld.
So this picture is worth 1,000,000 words, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The next picture.
All right, the next picture. 900 bases in 153 countries is not fighting for your freedom. It is an empire. And look what they're wearing. Exxon Mobil.
Yeah, that's what kills me about this picture. That's why not only did it get a lot of hits, but because of that, it's like as if it's like a soccer game or a hockey game where they wear patches of companies on their shirts saying that these are the sponsors. So are these Exxons and Mobil supposed to be sponsors of these soldiers? Is that who's giving them money? I mean, I don't know, man. It's word for thought. By the way, leave comments about what you're seeing. It's always nice that we hear your comments. We always appreciate them.
All right, yeah, and now, all right, Guinea produces 374,000 barrels of oil in a day. Sierra Leone is the world's largest supplier of diamonds. For the past 6 months, they have been on strike, refusing to provide diamonds due to the horrible working conditions and slave pay. The West will not pay a fair wage for the resources because the idea is to keep people surviving on rice bags and foreign aid, so they remain a source of cheap slave labor forever. A reason was also needed to get troops on the ground in Sierra Leone to force an end to the diamond miners' strike. When miners refuse to work, troops are sent, and even if they have to kill and replace them, the only desire is to get the diamond back flowing out of the country, and that's why they created a false flag, not attack, but a false flag with Ebola. That's the reason why all of a sudden you see like a big Ebola scare everywhere.
It's all a lie, man. That's how between this and ISIS, it's all a lie. It's all bull.
It's all propaganda from the machines that all they want to do, they just want to feed fear.
Now the next picture, Rob, I noticed that we spoke about this in another show. You had this, so this is actually a snippet, from one of the website, and
exactly. I can't even see it from here, but yeah.
Well, drift,
The people will get the drift, yeah, exactly, of what's in progress, what's been completed.
Now the only way to fight all of this, because I didn't answer back, it's exactly what we're doing, what people are doing on the conspiracy talk, and anybody out there that's talking. That's how you're fighting this, and that's how you're going to stop this, by not falling asleep, by waking up to what's going on. If you wake up to what's going on, well, hey, we're winning. We're going to start winning the battle. But there's a lot of war still to be done to stop this.
To stop the evil empire. But don't forget, this evil empire has been around for thousands of years, and they're planning the final phases of the New World to bring in the New World Order. So it's going to be a heck of a fight, because they want a one-world government and a one-world banking system and a one-world religion, and that's what they're working on, and it's getting closer and closer every day to being formed, and that's why we're the resistance. We are the resistance, all of us.
Okay. Now the next thing, it's the conspiracy talk, like I was mentioning, on Facebook and also on Google+. There's a lot of stuff happening there.
the fastest growing conspiracy page on conspiracy group on Facebook.
Well, even on Google Plus, we got like half these people, and it keeps getting bigger all the
Look,
time.
87 new members just this week.
Okay, so now this is where you find Robert, where he pins the post for this week's show. It's right there. You just have to hit there and hit right there, and you get to see us. You can come and see us right now if you're there. And this is a quick reminder, and more or less, it's all what it's all people post. There's a lot of activity, a lot of action.
Exactly. Everybody is free to join, but if there's spammers and trolls, well, it's not going to last long because we don't tolerate trolls and spammers in the group, do we?
No, but this is the thing, okay? These guys, everybody, they come onto the conspiracy talk, and what do they do exactly? What exactly they do? They're not being productive enough by posting up some good posts where people can talk. No, they come in and they bash what people are posting. They bash. They don't like it. Mind your own business. Get out of the group if you don't like it, or you move on.
Change the channel if you don't like the show or the group or anything. Don't start like attacking everybody and getting everybody. Just like if I'm watching a certain show, sometimes I watch a show and the show's boring, like a certain talk show, like certain talk shows, and the episode's not what I like. I just change the channel. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna watch. I'm not gonna complain because there's something for everybody.
But anyways, these guys, they just come in there. They want to make trouble. I call them tag-along trolls because all they do is they don't do anything, but they come in, they tag along, and they troll, and they want people to feel bad. And
don't forget, some of them could also be government paid shills.
Yeah, and we have to always agree with what they say. It's like, what the hell is this? They're brainwashed, these people. Anyhow, they're waste of time. I don't waste my time even thinking about them because they're not worth wasting our times for us. We're in the middle of not war, but
our country, Canada, is at war now with ISIS.
No, I'm talking about us truthers, us.
It's a worldwide fight with the truthers. It's global. It's a never-ending fight. I mean, we're in this till either it ends or either the end of our life.
Because we want to know the truth. That's the thing. People don't understand that. And there are people out there who don't want to know the truth and don't want us to know the truth. And those are the people that are spamming in the group. But anyhow, and trolling in the group. But anyhow, shall we get to the recent news and all what people are posting?
Yes.
Why waste we can't waste our time with those people. They're useless. Anyhow, this I want to post up last week. But for some odd reason, there was so much information, and there was we had a little technical problems. I didn't have a chance to put it on October 27th.
Study: Ebola may live more than 28 days on surfaces in cold weather. Can spread via aerial particles. Example: chemtrails.
Now, before we continue, everything that you see here will be posted in underneath in the description, all the links, so people can go and see it for themselves and see what we're posting. So so that's it. You see, it could live.
Look at the chemtrails. And I saw a lot in Montreal this year.
Oh, they're busy. They're busy. What can I tell you?
They're busy trying to get us all sick and everything. And look, Ebola was patented in the U.S. government by the U.S. government in 2009 and is known as a bioweapon. They're also hiding how it transmits. Yeah, it is a biological weapon, Ebola, and they're using that with scare tactics and fear-mongering because they want to come out with vaccinations, just like they did with H1N1 back in 2009, folks. And it's not something that we want to happen.
And they're going to force us to take it.
And in the vaccine itself, there's going to be Ebola to begin with. And look, there's even a show you can watch. to know more about this. I think it's from Coast to Coast, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
And Coast to Coast is a great show. We love it, right?
It's the one of the tops. It's right here. You could just click on it, but click on it later on after you watch our show.
Exactly. If you want to know more about America Declassified. Separate Umbrella. We should try and get him on the show.
Yeah, you never know.
Remind me after the show, send me a link or his name, and I'll try and get him for a show.
No, because you know a lot of people want to come on the show. Why not? You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the next thing I found. This is interesting. It's in Quebec. Bigfoot.
Quebec. À Québec. On est à Québec. Bigfoot science probe continues into elusive northern Quebec creature. It is not beyond the scope of science to investigate this material. What is it, though? He found... It's like a footprint, no?
Yeah.
This photo, which started it all, a photo that Maggie Krusnak posted on Facebook, which shows that she believes to be the footprint of a Bigfoot spotted near Akulavik.
Oh, that must be the north, where the Indians, I mean, the Métis are, not the Métis, what do you call them? Inuits.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what that is exactly, but...
The north part of Quebec.
Yeah, but that, yeah, exactly. And it just talks about the story. So folks that want to know about Bigfoot, what happened in Quebec, well, you're able to go on it because the links will be up under the show after. There'll be links to each article that we post.
So that's our segment on Bigfoot right there. You know, I mean, people want, they could read it. All you have to do is just pause, and they're doing DNAs just to examine it through DNA, because now the technology is there.
Exactly, oh, for sure.
So that's it for the Bigfoot. You know, it's like before the show, this is what I do. I get all the latest stuff, the latest
bunch of information. Because for you folks, we do research like hours and hours for the show topics each week.
I've
seen it before.
Robots.
Go ahead. Could a robot steal your job? Man, it's already begun. It's begun like 20 years ago.
Yeah, well, computers are stealing our jobs.
Now it's gonna be robots. Almost like androids. Man versus robot is common and often chilling. Storyline in science fiction. Most apocalyptic are the Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator movies, which people are on the run from killer robots in the wake of nuclear devastation. That Terminator is out there. It can be bargained with. It can be reasoned. While today's robots don't instill that kind of fear, the advance of automation into many industries has been scary for workers. And for good reason. A study by Oxford University says nearly half of U.S. jobs are at risk of being replaced by computerization over the next couple of decades. There you have it there, folks. So hopefully you have a job that won't be taken away in the next decade or so, because it's going to make more people that are unemployed.
But this is why they're creating robots. Because the elites want the robots to be more important than us, because you know they don't break down as much. They don't get.
They don't have to pay us. They don't have to pay the robots.
Yeah.
And the robots will listen to them.
They're not going to say no. We're not doing it because you know they don't have a life of their own. But Commander Data on Star Trek at one point did get his life of his own. Now the next article is, or news bit, I should say, it's going to be to do with robots again, because you know, and now if robots don't take our jobs away from us, well, they're going to take our hearts away from us, because you know what? This is what they're doing. They're turning robots into genders like that.
It's a robot right there, and who is that? That's a robot.
Yeah, it's a female robot, isn't it beautiful, Robert? I have to be careful because
really I could see through the eyes of the soul that there's not much life to it, you know.
But then Trish is going to Rob, Trish is gonna get jealous, so we can't say, you know, too much.
Yeah, but Trish is alive, sort
Yes,
of.
alive and well.
Before long, we'll have personal robots available to help with tasks, safety, companionship, and more. To that, I say, hell yeah! I can't wait to outsource all the boring parts of my life to androids. But here's the question: will these droids be created male, female, or something less gender stereotyped? As Motherboard pointed out, robot makers are picking genders for their models, like Toshiba's explicitly female sign robot. This isn't weird. We like to anthropomorphize our gadgets. We even assign genders to non-human models, like Roomba. To soften the landings for when we dive into the uncanny valley, we're trying to make robots feel accessible, and that seem to often translate to give robot traditional gender roles. So we're going to see what's going to be happening in the future with robots, male, female. What are they? You know, they're going to want us to be replaced, folks. They want to replace us with robots.
They're definitely not there for us to fall in love with them, right?
No, I don't think
Unfortunately.
no, that's not possible. We don't want to have human robots telling us what to do because they might try and control us, just like the movie I, Robot. That's something to ponder, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of scary, you know?
Yes, exactly.
Now,
Oh,
speaking of, hold on, Rob, hold on, let me just focus. Speaking of friends and that, I thought of you when I saw this because the Soviet space dog, and that's your best friend, and you know, can never let you down because you're a dog lover, and we know that you love dogs.
yes, Stray leading the Soviets into space. Soviet space dogs tells the story of canine cosmonauts.
Now, I bet you'd like to go to
I
space.
like to
You
go
would have
where?
gone to space with a dog.
Yeah, there are two reasons I couldn't resist this book. First, I was born on October 5th. I was born on
Sorry.
October 5th, 1957, one day after the Soviet Union slingshot the first satellite Sputnik into space. So I'm a true space-age baby who grew up obsessed with the Cold War grudge match to reach the moon. Second, I was a kid during the golden age of the half-hour dog drama, television series like Lassie, The Adventures of Rin Tin Tin, and
Where did it
The
go?
Little Snowball. What happened?
Oh, okay, there it is. I was just going down that way and it went away. Okay, it ain't 1010 right there.
On the Lewis Hobo, if there has been a show called Space Dogs, I would have been planted in front of the screen, tongue and contently lolling. And in the Soviet Union, in a sense, there was such a televised spectacle as Olesa Turkina, a research fellow in the state Russian Muslim St. Petersburg, writes in Soviet Space Dogs, an image stuffed book. These dogs are the characters in a fairy tale that was created by USSR. They are the martyrs and saints of communism. So these are space dogs, right?
Yeah.
Throughout the 50s and 60s, these canine cosmonauts, Leikia and Mishka, Belka and Strekla, and many others were straight plucked from the streets and alleys of Moscow, trained in the Institute of Aviation Medicine, then vaulted towards the heavens. As the cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin, sounding a bit zen for 1961, is said to have joked, "Am I the first human in space or the last dog?" But you heard, oh, this is sad. Many dogs died during the space flight.
Right there you go. You know, for
Well,
all the
I
love
wouldn't
you
like that.
have.
I love dogs, and I don't want to see dogs dying. Hmm.
Yeah, it says it right there. That's sad. But anyways, let's move on to the next news bit because that's a sad part there, right there. It's like I didn't realize it was so sad, Rob.
But it's okay. We have to say the good, the bad, the evil, and the unfair and the justice and everything.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Bright white
But hold on, Rob, because okay, the next piece of news work is right here.
bright white UFO haunting southern Colorado sky. And this is in Colorado. And
No,
creepy. I like.
before you read this, notice it's in Colorado. Where's that airport? In
Yeah,
Colorado, Denver,
the
no?
Denver airport. And underneath the Denver airport, there's a lot of strange things that happen. But I heard that they erased a lot of the stuff, that mysterious painting.
So that's why
Creepy
there's
things.
UFO actions there. Okay.
Creepy things are lighting up in the sky, south in Colorado, and no one seems to know what they are. Is it a bird, a plane, or a UFO? Folks who live in the San Luis Valley have their own opinion. Judy Meslin, a resident of Hooper, runs the UFO Watchtower. People from all over the world flock to it annually with the hopes of witnessing something that's out of this world. They have documented UFO sightings in this area since the 1700s, Meslin says. Yeah, so there's been some cattle mutilations to unusual lights to a UFO recently sighted.
And this is the picture of the UFO.
So there is something strange going on. That's for sure.
Right there, and these are the crazy lights that people have been witnessing.
In
It's
the
like,
sky in
are,
Colorado.
are they orbs, Rob?
There could be orbs. It could be. Don't forget. It could be U.S. government top secret technology, or it could be interstellar beings known as UFOs, aliens themselves, which are actually demonic spirits, demonic fallen angels masquerading around as UFOs.
And there is a video for you people to watch, and if you do want to watch it, I strongly suggest, recommend you people watching this stuff. Now, sticking to UFOs, because, what's this show like without UFOs, right? It wouldn't be an MnRTV live show without us
No, it
talking
wouldn't be.
about UFOs. And this is, unfortunately, is on the BBC, but you know what? Sometimes when BBC says things, yeah, most of it is lies, like CNN and that, but we still got to post up what they're
So we're
putting in.
getting
It's
that
like
as
they're
a main
getting us
topic
ready
at
for
8.
UFOs.
Yeah,
That's what
and at 8:15 or so, we'll be getting into our main topics now. Why the French state has a team of UFO hunters from Toulouse, France, La France. And there we see a
nice
UFO right
picture.
there. Exactly. Thousands of, yeah, right there. Wow, what a picture right there. Okay. Thousands of UFO sightings are reported every year, but not many countries are willing to spend money investigating them. There's just one dedicated state-of-run team left in Europe. It is France onto something. It's France onto something. You don't need a time machine when you visit the French Space Center headquarters in Toulouse. It's ought to throw back to the 70s, green lawns, sweeps on the wide boulevards with stout, long, rectangular office blocks on either sides. It's almost Soviet style in the heart of southern France. There are few signs of life, even to the 1,500 people of them civil servants work in boxy offices around narrow, unappealing corridors. Biggest space agency in Europe, the result of the 1960 space race and President Charles de Gaulle's grand determination to keep France independent of the US by building its own satellites, rocket launches, providing elite space research. So I'm sure that they know a lot about the UFO sightings that are going on over there and what the heck's UFOs, and they probably have a lot of hidden information. They're very knowledgeable.
Oh, yeah, they're on the ball, you know? Guys are on the
Yes.
ball. I don't know about me. I'm just going down. I don't know if you want me to pause at anything, but you know.
No, we don't need to. We don't know. People can see this. We don't need to. I'm not gonna read. We're not gonna read all of that. But yeah. So so France has a lot of information about UFOs. I bet you guys didn't know about that. About France has a secret UFO setup. UFO program setup.
Well, I think even England, eh?
A lot of great mysteries in the UFOs. That's for sure. There's thousands upon thousands of reports every year of this going on. So there's got to be something. I mean, not all these people are imagining this.
No, it's all around the world, and the question is what are they up to? And eventually we will find out. Unfortunately, we don't want to find out, but we will find out what the hell they're up to. And for BBC to be talking about it and posting it on here, they're definitely up to something themselves.
Disclosure, yes. Don't forget the UN, the United Nations has an ambassador ready in case UFOs come down. And even the Pope himself said he wants to baptize them. So they're getting ready for something.
And this next news article.
And I find it terrible. 90.
Well, you know what it is. They don't want want the homeless to. They're really the scum of the earth, according to the elites, the homeless.
90-year-old man faces jail for giving food to homeless people. Yeah, I know. It's just unreal. They want to take the homeless people and put them in FEMA camps. That's what they want to do. And there's the man right there. Arnold Abbott has fed homeless people since 1991 with a team of volunteers. A 90-year-old man is facing up to 60 days in jail for feeding the needy due to a new law that bans people in Fort Lauderdale, Florida from meal sharing with the public. Arnold Abbott risks being fined $500 and spending time in prison after police officers apprehended him while he was handing out meals to homeless people in a park on Sunday. I ask, what is wrong with feeding the needy? Doesn't the Bible say to help the homeless people, the people that are the needy? What is wrong with these people? What is wrong? All they are, they're just gutless. All these police and crap and security guards, most of them, all they are, and this has got to stop, and that's why we're exposing all of this. I mean, what the hell is this? You don't want to help people out. You're feeding the homeless, and they don't want that, and you're about to get arrested. Yeah, it's just as silly as getting arrested for listening to music. Soon they'll tell you you can't listen to music, sir. That's for sure. But all they're just scums and thugs and butches and idiots, and that's it, folks. With that, I mean, this is derogatory.
Rob, you know what this is? This is pure and simple. They don't want us feeding the poor, but they want us feeding the rich.
Yeah, feed the rich, eat the rich, like they say. Yeah, they want us to feed the rich. Well, we are with our taxes and money and a hard sweat. That's what we're doing. And look at these cops right there. Look at them. They're just government thugs, brainless, boneless idiots that work for the New World Order. Look at that. He thinks he's so tough. Yeah, I'm tough. I'm a tough cop. Oh yeah, I'm gonna arrest you. Right. They're picking on a 90-year-old man. Why don't they fight the New World Order instead? Oh God. Sick people. Sick cops.
They're brainwashed, Rob. They're just brainwashed.
Brave the earth, guards, security guards, New World Order, butchers, whatever you want to call them, they have nothing in their heads. And I don't care if they see it, they can come and get me. Because I always told the people, New World Order, come and get me. You know where to find me, scum of the earth. Ain't scared of ya. Duh. It just.
And the funny thing is,
criminals out there, criminals and terrorists, criminals, and what do? They get away with scot-free and white-collar criminals. But yet you feed the homeless and you get arrested, and a 90-year-old man. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if in Montreal it happens. One day I'm going to be feeding a homeless, and they'll say, "Oh no, you can't, sir, you can't." That would not surprise me one least bit. Anyhow, where are we at? Where are we at now? Is it time for Trish to come on?
Yes, Trish is dying to come on. She's like, when could I come on, you know?
Are you able to see me clearly? Because I see blurry. My camera's blurry, right?
Yeah, it is blurry.
And it's been blurry ever since I called it the NWO. So I bet you they're doing something right now, folks.
Yeah, they definitely are. I am like 100% sure convinced, Rob.
Yeah, they're trying to do something right there. Look at it. Yeah, it's clearer now. Not getting. Yeah. So you see, they're trying to pull this scheme. to get us off the air. All right, so folks, we're going to get Trish on. We'll be back after this short break, and we'll be talking later on about our main subject of tonight, which is mass media control, all Illuminati news.
All right, and here she is. Here's our wonderful, lovely Trish.
We'll be back soon.
Don't go anywhere.
Alan Watt, Gerald Celent, and G. Edward Griffin breaks down how the controllers use the mass media, sports, medicine, Ave, and Pavlovian dialectic to condition the sheeple. However, many of us are now breaking through this Disneyland matrix. Video explores the subject of predictive programming and how the mainstream media has been used to subtly manipulate our minds to guide us down a particular path. If you go to http://cuttingthroughthematrix.com and check out some of the many talks that Alan Watt has given on the subject, you'll be amazed at the sheer extent of the use of predictive programming in the media. Alex Jones is spot on. Have lost our sense of community. How he said growing up, people at barbecues, neighbors sitting outside talking with one another. I'm 24 now, but I remember growing up when I was younger in a house that was on a cul-de-sac, and our Filipino neighbors would invite everyone over from the street to sit outside, eat and talk. They made the best shish kebabs low, and we'd invite everyone over to use our pool. I miss those good times, getting to know your neighbors.
Thank you, Trish. What an amazing... It always enlightens up the show. I don't care what people say. People complain about her.
Yeah, they do complain about it. You know, people complain, why do you have a Trish on? You know, but we have to be, you know, it has to be tongue-in-cheek, folks. We cannot be serious 100% all the time. You know, there has to be a bit of joking around, light-hearted humor, you know, but they just don't get it. They don't get it. People don't get it. You're either the sheeple or they're too much, like, too serious.
But wait, Rob, wait a second here. Why do you even consider that we're joking around with Trish? Trish is to this show. It's not a joke.
No, but people think it's a joke. But I'm saying we're allowed to have people on the show, and they don't take our way of joking around. They just don't get what we're talking about, because they get angry because there's Trish on, you know, because we put her on.
I mean, for Pete's sakes, I love having Trish. Trish is beautiful to my ears. You know, it's music. I love it. I can listen to Trish all the time.
Someone asked in the talk, is Trish real? Well,
for sure she's real.
We hear her.
Real as... What?
We hear her, so that must be real.
There you go. Okay, so now shall we start the topic?
Background on Illuminati control of mass media. Yes, let's begin the show tonight, because before I begin, all the news you see on CNN, it's all script. It's all script. CNN, Fox, NBC, ABC, all the major stations, all these stations are owned by a few people, few corporate people, and they're being told what they tell people what to write. Newspapers, the same thing. Electronic media, it's the same thing. But here, MnR live TV show. MnRTV live TV show, no one tells us what to do. We put out what we want, and no one can shut us down. And if people don't like it, well, they don't have to watch what we say. All right. As a way of understanding the possible importance of the Murdoch investigation, let's look in the way the world's media has operated in previous years. In 1948, when the United States left the war as arguably the world's superpower, it inaugurated the Office of Special Projects. That organization later became the Espionage and Counterintelligence Branch of the Central Intelligence Agency. Its mission was to concentrate on propaganda, economic warfare, preventive, direct, including sabotaging. Anti-sabotage, demolition and evacuation measures, subversion against hostile states, including assistance to underground resistant groups like us, and support of indigenous anti-communist elements in threatening. Well, Mario, we are an underground resistant group, aren't we?
Yeah.
Us in the Mantra Anti-Illuminati Task Force, we are, and everybody else watching us, and 12160.info. Okay, the year saw it initiate Operation Mockingbird, which purpose was to influence the domestic American media. By the 1950s, it owned respectable member of the New York Times, Newsweek, CBS, and communication vehicle. American, look right there, the logo of CBS, an eye, right there.
Is that CBS or is it IBC or
I think it's CBS.
NBC? No.
It looks like, no, it looks like CBS.
I don't know what that is. I remember seeing it all the time.
Yeah, look, and it's watching, the one eye that's watching an Illuminati NWO symbol.
And you know what, Rob? When I was young and I used to see this symbol, I used to feel good because I said to myself, I feel American now. Lo and behold, you know.
What when you got the what?
When I was young and I used to watch the television, you know, and I felt American because.
Oh, I remember in 1980 or 81 we got cable. Remember what we and we got the American channels and everything. I felt like American myself too. I go, oh my God, I'm actually watching American TV cartoons back then because I was young. It felt like I was a part of American, and I was very happy about that.
Yeah, because we all want to dreamt about being American, the old American dream, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I want to live like in a hot place in the States and everything.
But how times have changed for our good buddies down in the United States, you know. Sad.
Within 5 years, this network of media agents and operatives was overseen by Alan W. Dulles, director of the Central Intelligence Agency. By this time, Operation Mockingbird had influenced over 25 newspapers and wire agencies. Okay, yeah, so it talks over here, you can see all the people that it's influenced, the people that are behind it all, and Operation Mockingbird. Because they're told they're subjugated to what they put, and you know, you put something in the news right away. Oh, it's the truth. Oh, we have to influence like anything that's in the news. Like if they say Ebola's it's coming, you have to get the vaccination in the mass media. They're gonna put it so much that people are gonna get it. Just like you have to get the latest iPhone, the latest Samsung product, the latest clothes, the latest fashions, the latest music. It's a trend. And who you know, who controls all of this? Behind all of this, it's all disinformation. It's a script that they write. What?
Yeah, okay, I get it. I know. You're right.
Yeah, it's a script. Like like an example I'm gonna give. And on CNN when they had like all like the people that the heads were chopped off ISIS, it was filmed in a green screen, all fixed and like a movie.
But people out there think otherwise.
Exactly. You know, CNN is one of the world's like most influential news station around, but it's all propaganda. And it's all CIA operated. And it even says in 2005, Matthew Ward told us that the CIA was controlled by the Illuminati and served its aims, Matthew said. A large group within the CIA, which only superficially is an intelligence gathering agency to serve the security of the United States, is composed of Illuminati leaders and operators with diverse nationalities, political persuasion, and belief systems, but one aim: world domination.
And they are dominating the world.
Oh yeah, for sure. The problem is with all of this is that most people, they're pre-programmed slaves, drones in the head. You know, they don't see behind what's going on. Anything that's put up by the Illuminati, it's not good, folks. It's for their benefits, not for our benefit.
They couldn't care less about us.
I know, and like right here, the enormous profitable illegal drug industry funds both Illuminati factions, black ops, including terrorist activities, blame on innocent and vast underground areas, where their scientists conduct unconscionable experiments on humankind and develop spacecraft weaponry, surveillance, and weather control system using technologies introduced by the Little Greys, which is aliens / fallen angel technology. So here we are again talking about fallen angels, which fits like a puzzle to what's going on, to what we're talking about tonight.
Well, MnRTV live show, we can't go without talking about UFOs, aliens, Bigfoots, that's what
It's
we
all
do.
connects to the bigger picture. We connected the dots. That's what we try to attempt to do here. Connect the dots because we are living in a matrix, folks.
In a box. We're living in a cube.
Exactly. The economic powers that control the global economy, the Illuminati, are manipulating the press and information systems on your planet to create fear. Fear is an ancient method of manipulating human consciousness. The horrors of the world are presented to you on a daily basis. And with the Illuminati controlling editing your news, it is not balanced by reporting the good news. This is a deliberate ploy to keep you in a know that there is much work to take place. Have you noticed when you watch the news, it's all mostly bad, and even when it's good, it comes out of something bad anyhow. Like, oh, this person has this disease, but they miraculously there was a miracle and they were saved. Like it's still something bad that turns out to be good, but it always starts off bad, and most of it's always bad. That's why sometimes just looking at the news can get depressing. And that's what they want you. They want you in a state of fear, depression. They don't want you to be happy.
And that is why we're here. We're here because we bring you the truth and because we want you to be happy at the same time.
Exactly. Oh, for sure. For sure. And it's not something like we like talking about. We have no choice. We have to present the truth. And thank God we've got the internet to be able to do this to you folks.
And this is a long article, Rob.
Yeah, it is, I know. By 2008, Matthew Ward
saw some progress having been made.
Emerging truths. Yeah, okay, now I see it. Truth is not surging in your mainstream information outlets, but it is seeping even more strongly now. The finger is out on the dike to say, with this media barrier seriously compromised, the dark ones cannot much longer hide the massive deception that is in this moment, barely exposed to the public. But we try to expose what's going on. So I think that's it for this piece of useful tidbit information that we've seen. And of course, it'll be up in the links later on.
Yeah, because we love it. It's amazing. I love it. Do you love it, Rob? I love it. I love it. The next one, just as good.
Mind control theories and techniques used by mass media. And this is great information right here. And it's going to talk about mass media is the most powerful tool used by the ruling class to manipulate the masses. It shapes and molds opinions and attitudes and defines what is normal and acceptable. This article looks at the working of mass media through the theories of its major thinkers, its power structure, and the techniques it uses in order to understand its true role in society. And look at that, the TV right there, obey. Obey. That's what they want you to do, obey to whatever comes out of the box, which is called a TV.
Now, Rob, I've noticed something about this. Notice they always put obey, obey, obey. Now, the thing is when Ebola came out, I've noticed something. CNN, which I hardly watch, but you know what? If I'm in an area that has CNN, what are you going to do? Say, I don't want to watch. So, let me just watch. It just kept repeating every half an hour. Ebola, 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 Ebola. That's all they kept doing. Kind of like this, obey, obey, fear.
Just like our radio station CJED. Ebola, Ebola, Ebola. Then ISIS, ISIS, ISIS. And in 2009, H1N1. Every 15 minutes there were fear mongering. Most of the articles on this site discuss occultic symbolism, found in objects of popular culture. From these articles may arise legitimate questions relating to the purpose of these symbols and the motivations of those who placed them there. But it is impossible for me to provide satisfactory answers to these questions without mentioning many other concepts and facts. Programming through mass media. Mass media are media forms designed to reach the largest audience possible. They include televisions, movies, radios, newspapers, magazines, books, records, video games, and the internet. Many studies have been conducted in the past century to measure. From those studies emerged the science of communications, which is used to market the public relations and politics. Mass communications is a necessary tool to ensure the functionality of a larger democracy. It is also a necessary tool for dictatorship. It all depends on its usage. In 1958, A Brave New World, Aldous Huxley paints a rather grim portrait of society. He believes it is controlled by an impersonal force, a ruling elite, which manages using various methods. And right there, I'm not going to read it, but it talks about A Brave New World and the impersonal pushing by being consciously accelerated. And it does help when first with radio, then TV, then the internet, records. It just goes on and on. Every form of media that they invent, they try and control us more and more. They try to influence our thinking. Elite thinkers. Pardon?
Like a big test tube, Rob, in a way. That's how I see it.
Test tube babies, yeah. Walter Lippmann, an American intellectual writer and two-time Pulitzer Prize winner, brought forth one of the first concerning the uses of mass media in America and public opinion in 1922. Lippmann compared the masses to a great beast and bewildered herd, the need to be guided by government class. This does sound like the New World Order. And with this, and he was back in 1922, would he be surprised about now what we have now? Television, movies,
no,
internet?
I don't think he would be shocked. I think he would be, oh, well, I was expecting this.
But he'd be like, oh my gosh, it's really working. He'd be happy. He'd be happy, the elite's agenda. And did you know, getting a bit off topic, that at the last Bilderberg meeting that they had recently, they were talking about Ebola.
Now, how do you know this? How did the word come out?
Well, inside sources, the inside information that I've researched into it, did say that they discussed Ebola and what they're going to do with it and how they can use Ebola for the further of their own needs. So I'd love to be a fly on the wall of these things, eh?
Everybody would. Everybody watching this broadcast.
Exactly, folks. So it's really something else. Look at that. Lippmann is one of the founding fathers of the Council of Foreign Relations, the most influential foreign policy think tank in the world. This will give you a small hint of the mind of the elite concerning the usage of media. It's right there. It's written down right there, folks. The creation of the United Nations was a count, as well as the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. Mind control in the United States. So right there we have it. About how they use mass media and print media too, magazines, newspapers. Everything that you see in the newspapers is there because it's been chosen what to put and what not to put. And who's the members of the CFR? David Rockefeller, Dick Cheney, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, mega church pastor Rick Warren, and the CEOs of major corporations such as CBS, Nike, Coca-Cola, and Visa.
I'm surprised Exxon and Mobil isn't part of it.
Well, probably is. We didn't include it in this piece of information right here that we've gotten for you folks right there. But yeah.
As long as Barry Soetoro's name is on here, it's all okay.
Barry Soetoro, better known as Barack Obama. For folks that say, who's Barry Soetoro?
That's for the new people out there that don't know.
Yeah, because this is being transmitted worldwide, you know. I mean, there's the new viewers every week on our show. It keeps getting better and better, and that's why we're saying this. Sometimes we repeat stuff that we may have already heard. It's for the new people.
Because yesterday was an election, eh? Midterm.
Yeah, it was the midterm elections, which I don't completely understand why they have to do that. If someone in the chat room could tell us what is midterm elections, I didn't get a chance to really look into it. But I'm sure it's all propaganda.
No, I don't know who this Carl Jung is, Rob.
He's a Freemason, like a Grand Master.
Oh, look, it says it right there.
Yeah, it does. And of course he's was deeply involved in Western philosophy, alchemy, astrological, and symbolism.
Now, but what I want to know is getting back to Barack Obama. Apparently he did very, 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 very poorly in that midterm. Is like, you know, the election yesterday. Nobody likes him.
And the thing was, when he came out in 2009 in the scene, he was like seen like they even made a Time magazine, The Second Coming. He was like a Christ-like figure. I say it's just a pre-thing before the real Antichrist shows up. And the 1955 Time magazine cover featuring Carl Jung looks like a little avatar, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And we see it right there.
In the next one.
That's another magazine that's being controlled. Edward Bernays is right there. We can see him. Fascinating. Because he is the father of public relations and youth concepts discovered by his uncle Sigmund Freud to manipulate the public using the subconsciousness. He shared Walter Lippmann's view of the general population by considering it irrational and subject to the herd instinct. In his opinion, the masses need to be manipulated by an invisible government to ensure the survival of democracy. We are governed, our minds molded, our tastes formed, and our ideas suggested largely by men we have never heard of. This is a logical result of the way in which our democracy society is organized. Vast numbers of human beings must cooperate in this manner if they are to live together as smoothly functioning society. We have all the people. If we can go down faster, because you know Harold LaSalle, that's another one. Harold Laswell, another person that was working to manipulate the mass media communications. Right there, we see it right there.
Bernays saw someone just put in a conspiracy. I mean, in Chitango.
Bernays sauce.
Yeah. I don't know. No, I gotta look into what's happening in that Chitango. And this is a long article there, Rob. Very long.
Well, you mean the information? Yeah, but look, we're just gonna go down on it. Look. Numbers of corporations that control a majority of U.S. media, newspapers, magazines, TV and radio stations, book, music, movies, video, wire services, and photo agencies. That's a little graph right there, from 1993 till 2004. We can see the corporations owning the majority of U.S. media outlets around the world. AOL, Mario, Time Warner.
I remember.
Look at the triangle pyramid with the eyes. The moon.
The two moons. But what does that have to do with AOL? That's the question.
Like an eye and a triangle. Illuminati symbolism at its best. Is AOL still around?
Yeah, for sure they are. The thing is,
because no one talks about it. In 1998, 99, that's all you heard. AOL gives free disc for internet.
I remember getting that free disc, putting it in, And I used to just surf and love it, and there was no Facebook back then. Those were the days. Those were the days.
Exactly. AOL Time Warner owns 64 magazines, including Time Life, People, Mad Magazine, and DC Comics. Warner Brothers. New Lines and Fine Line features in cinema. More than 40 music labels, including Warner Brothers, Atlantic, and Elektra. Many television networks, such as Warner Brothers Networks, HBO, Cinemax, TNT Cartoon Network, and CNN. Madonna, Sean Paul, and the White Stripes. And here we have a logo right there of Viacom. Who they, as you can see right there. Nickelodeon Movies, MTV Films, Blockbuster Films, Paramount Pictures, CBS, MTV, MTV2, and so on and so forth. We can see it right there. The Walt Disney Company. And the Walt Disney is one of the top families. Not top 13, but one of the top families, Illuminati families. Disney owns ownership of a hockey team called the Mighty Ducks. Anaheim. They're just Ducks now, right? Does not begin to describe the vastness of this kingdom. Hollywood still is still symbolic heart with 8 movie productions and distributors. Walt Disney Pictures, Touchstone Pictures, Burmamax, Buena Vista Home Video, Buena Vista Home Entertainment, Buena Vista International Hollywood Pictures of Caravan Pictures. 13 international broadcast channels and stretching from Australia to Brazil, 7 productions and sports units around the world. And even owns NASCAR, Mario, ESPN, NFL, NBAZ.com. So it's a very powerful conglomerate, Walt Disney.
And how do they control? By the children.
Yeah, that's one way of it.
You know, they're always subliminal messages in there.
Subliminal messages.
I cannot say that word if my life depended on it. Subliminal.
Subliminal.
I won't say that. I won't try it all. Okay.
Now, are you able to go down?
Yeah, look, right there. Well, you know, there you go. I was saying about the children right there. Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King. King
David. And look, the Walt Disney Company owns Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana, Selena Gomez, the Jonas Brothers. And this one here, Vivendi Universal. I never heard of it, though. US, 27% of US music labels. Geffen, AM, yes, Lady Gaga, newest internet cell phones, Lady Gaga, the Black Eyed Peas, Lil Wayne, Rihanna, Mariah Carey, and Jay-Z. So, for people that wonder who Lady Gaga serves, we know right here she serves her masters.
But Rob, you realize that those record labels, these ones that we just talked about, some of them I remember growing up listening to our glam metal.
Yeah, Interscope, Geffen, which owned, which was, I think, Whitesnake, AM, Def Jam, Mercury, yeah.
MC, owned them, Twisted Sister, maybe, who knows?
Yeah, and there's another company right there, the great Sony, which I find their products are not as good as they used to be.
Well, their Walkmans are still good.
Walkmans?
I mean, sorry, they're earplugs.
Yeah, that's about it. I'm talking about like TVs and everything. It's not as good as before, but we've got other stuff to replace it. And Sony owns Beyonce, Shakira, Michael Jackson, Alicia Keys, and Christina Aguilera. So they own Michael Jackson, and even though he's deceased.
Sad.
Yes, the standardization of human thought. The new automatic picture control TV right there. And you can tell that that's an old ad, eh?
Very old. Wow, it's black and white. They didn't even have color for the picture.
The merger of media companies in the last decade generated a small oligarchy of media conglomerates. the TV shows we follow, the music we listen to, the movie, all produced by 5 corporations. The owners of these conglomerates have close ties with the world elites, and in many ways they are the elite. By owning the possible outlets, having the potential to reach the masses, these conglomerates have the power to create in the minds of people a single cohesive worldview and engendering a standardization of human thought. Exactly, right there. It's just
Mind-boggling.
and they actually have people that actually create all these shows and just to brainwash the public dead. And people are oblivious to all of this.
People don't care, man. That's what it is.
Not something you like.
No, people care.
What?
People should care because it affects them indirectly to directly, you know?
But like most people, they're just so indebted, they just care about their own stuff. Then relevant today as 3D is coming. So you see, they're making 3D TVs, 3D this, 3D that, so you can live more into their own world.
And I don't own a 3D TV, and I don't plan on owning one. I don't.
No, I don't have a 3D TV, but it's just, you know, so that you could get more into the way they're going to use.
Because they don't want you to see reality. That's the thing. They want you to stick in their world, but their world is imperfect, and it's a lie.
Exactly, manipulation techniques.
This should be interesting.
The drive to sell products and ideas to the masses has led to an unprecedented amount of research on human behavior and the human psyche. Cognitive science, psychology, sociology, semiotics, linguistics, and other related fields were and still are extensively researched through well-funded studies, like advertisements, movies, music videos, and other media in order to make the influences as possible. Yeah, so it's right there that everything that's put out there, it's to control, even like soap operas, because many people, when soap operas used to be popular, a lot of people thought that that's how life is supposed to be, including myself, until I woke up and realized that it's just all BS. Do you remember, Mario, when I used to watch soaps?
Yeah, I remember,
what?
Rob, and I used to watch 120, wait, what was it called? Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah.
And I used to want to be like them because, you know, the rich cars, expensive, the beautiful babes. But that's fake.
Yeah, just like I want to be like I used to watch Days of Our Lives, and I want to be just like some of the characters there. And you know well, right, Mario?
Yeah.
That's how I thought it would be. The babes, the vacations, the richness, the happiness, and so on and so forth. A little trouble, and they have trouble, but it always would turn out to be. There'd always be a solution to all the trouble. Oh, look at this picture here. Yeah. 7-Up. An old bottle of 7-Up.
And they feed it to the poor kid, like the kid's going to get any nutritions off of that. Come on. That's an old ad, though.
He'll just be more sick than anything. And Coca-Cola, they use Coca-Cola also to several messages in the ads.
What the heck is that?
This technique is often used in marketing, as we know sex sells. The curve.
Do not lie. I can't look at that. It's like, you know, this is a kid show. We can't be looking at that.
Right there. Look, X. The S is off from EX right there.
Freak, man. This is a kid show, Rob. Why weren't you thinking about, you know, before giving me this stuff that I put it up here. It's a kid show.
Oh yeah, it's really a kid show over here.
Parental, so we have to put parental discretion is advised. That's what we gotta put. Parental discretion.
Parental, not parental, parental.
Hey, all the same thing. You understood. I'm sure everybody understood.
A famous example of subliminal messages, as in George Bush advertisement against Al Gore in 2000, and they're cousins, by the way. I know folks probably, most of you know that, but for the people that didn't know that, they're cousins, and they were members of the Skull and Bones.
And there's a good video, I would gather, right?
Yeah, it's a very good video. Right after the name of Gore is mentioned at the ending of the word bureaucrats, rats flats on the screens for a split second. And you know that goes into subconscious, even if you don't quite get it, like if you don't quite see it.
Yeah, later on you'll notice it. You'll pick it up and say, "What the hell was that?"
Exactly. Semi-subliminal messages are often used in movies and music videos to communicate messages and ideas to the viewers. Decentralization. In the past, when changes were imposed on populations, they would take to the streets, protest, and even riot. The main reason for this class was due to the fact that change was clearly announced by the rulers and understood by the population. It was sudden, and its effects would clearly be analyzed and evaluated. Today, when the elites need to be part of its agenda and to be accepted by the public, it is done through decentralization. The agenda which might go against the public best interest is slowly, gradually, and repetitively introduced to the world through movies by involving it with the plot, music videos who make it cool and sexy, or the news who present a solution on to today's programs. Oh yeah, exactly. Predictive programming is often found in space science fiction. Well, that we know that already. What is science fiction is really science fact, but hidden sometimes.
Like someone just mentioned Star Trek holodeck, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, for sure. Occult symbolism in pop culture. And there's like some kind of looks like a city with skyscrapers.
And look what's holding it up. A person, a being.
On the back.
A being.
Metropolis, a movie by the elite for the elite. That's what it is. And yeah, it just goes on to talk about the Knights Templar, the modern day Freemasons. It's very they have all kinds of these codes and everything that just so that you can't think for yourself anymore. You're a dumbed down animal that just has to be on what they call the boob tube. And they program you with all kinds of stuff. What?
They want to make us like zombies.
Well, yeah, a lot of people are zombified, and that's what happens. Right there. Right there, we see the picture right there coming up. Get a brain, morons. Go USA.
That guy looks like a cool guy. We should get him on the show one day.
I don't even know. He looks like a tutor.
Yeah, he does. Morons.
Morons and more off, right?
Yeah.
I think that's for this article here.
Conclusion. Very, very, very interesting. I'm glad we pointed that out, you know?
For you folks out here.
Because I find that was a very long article.
Yeah, with the information we need to get the long information to get out for the world to see.
Hold on, Rob. I'm just like trying to.
I know. I'm holding. I've got nowhere to go.
It seems like it's okay. Oh, hold on. I'm getting there. What the heck is going on here?
What happened?
I'm just making sure, because you sent me something that. Oh, was that? Oh, okay. I think I have it right there.
The top 10 Illuminati symbols we see in mass media every day. Are you experiencing enough to recognize the Illuminati symbolism that is so prevalent in popular culture and mass media? From advertising.
What the heck? What's the matter with this website? It's giving me so much problems.
Just go down, yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Because they don't want this information to go out.
Okay, now I have control. Good.
Are you experiencing enough to recognize the Illuminati symbolism that is so prevalent in popular culture and mass media, from advertising and cinema to music and video games? Everywhere you look, the elitists are shoving it on our face for the very image that stands for the secrecy that is tearing the entire world apart. But for those not in the know and not really sure how to notice the difference between propaganda and real media, allow us to take a moment to fill in on the symbols that are all around you every day. Okay, now let's go down.
Nice picture.
Exactly. The pyramid, right there. That's probably like the number one symbol right there, the pyramid. A nice pyramid, by the way.
Nice gold pyramid chain.
Exactly. And I know you love pyramids.
Hey, again.
What is wrong with this website tonight?
Where is it now? Look at that. What the hell is the matter with this, Rob?
I don't know. I don't have that problem.
Oh, man. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah, they don't want us to be in this website, do they?
No.
Like I said, folks, they're trying to, ladies and gentlemen, they're trying to ban this from being told.
Okay, I'm back on track. Hopefully it's...
The pyramid, yeah. The idea the top tiers of the pyramid are almost all the most important people, and the bottom layers are the poor and the downtrodden, being crushed. Best example of this is on the dollar bill, which shows the top of the pyramid floating above the actual pyramid, which is said to be the ultimate Illuminati sign. And the next sign right there is, are you able to go down?
The all-seeing eye, yes.
Yes, the all-seeing eye right there. We can see it.
It's on the American dollar bill.
Taurus. The CBS logo is another blatant example of this, being shoved on people's throats daily without them even knowing. The eye is no joke, like the eye of Sauron in Lord of the Rings. The idea is to reside over all of us and see what we are doing and making sure we are worshipping correctly. Creepy stuff, huh? Yes, I find it kind of creepy itself. Pretty creepy, that's for sure. The hand diamond right there.
By Jay-Z.
Almost like the diamond cutter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jay-Z. He made it. He made the Illuminati, much made by Illuminati lover Jay-Z, who holds up his hand diamond.
Oh, look who's here.
The 3 sixes right there.
The president of Italy at one point, or the prime minister, whatever. Berlusconi.
Yeah, and it's all 666 right there. We all know what 666 is. 666 is. It's a shout out to the devil himself.
There's Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah, doing the all-seeing eye right there. And another symbol right there, the owl. And you know the owl from the Bohemian Grove.
Mm-hmm.
Washington Capitol. And look, I think we talked about it last week how Washington Capitol, it's all the way it's planned. Yes, DC is built to look like Moloch, pagan lord of the underworld. And that's who they worship, Moloch, right?
That's bad news when they worship Moloch.
Yeah, a demon. More symbolic than that, it doesn't get. While discovering the most important sections of Washington, D.C. form an owl, it is pretty mind-blowing, but that is nothing. If you want to really know how deeply the owl images go, click and find out the Bohemian Grove, which will forever change the way you perceive our government. Another one right here, the pentagram pointed 5-star. People see that all the time, and that's at the Pentagon, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Satanic, right there. That's known as a satanic sign. You know what a pentagram is, right? It's an angular circle with an off-center star in it, used in rituals of dark magic and Satan worship. And to see examples of this, you need to look no further than the Pentagon itself, which even its name openly admits what is trying to pay homage. The corner of a pentagon connects to form a pentagram. The number 5 is significant to the elite. Pentagon, a five-sided star. So that's another one. And right there, the obelisk.
That's found, you know where? The beautiful Washington.
Exactly, right there. The obelisk. Nice picture, by the way.
I always want to go to Washington and check everything.
The obelisk is a phallic symbol, meaning it represents a penis and is often tied to the sun god Ra. Obelisks symbolize fertility, patriarch, reign over society, virtually, and strength. To further drive home the idea of a world run by men with secret agendas and the place that obviously sings under all our noses and we ignore it. Like good truth to be told, there is at least one of them in almost every state in the country. Did you know that, Mario?
I didn't know that.
Neither did I, until I found this information the other day. And is that it for this article?
I don't know how it's quite long. I can't really tell because there's something there in the side, you know.
This is about pagan gods that they worship right there. I don't want to get into it because that's sort of like getting off topic too. Yeah, and I don't want to do that, confuse people. So if they want to know more, they can go down and read it themselves, you know.
Boy, that gave me nightmares, that website. You know that, Rob?
It did, eh?
The next one, right now, right here.
It's from a book that you can buy for $2.99. Media coverage of the Illuminati conspiracy and crimes. When you're ready, just let me know.
I'm ready.
Okay. Conspiracy theorists believe the Illuminati is so elusive because it has the money and power to control the media. In a book called Who Owns the TV Networks, published by Houston Mullins, it theorizes that the Rothschild family, one of the central Illuminati family, controls 3 of the U.S. broadcast television networks and other mass media outlets. Some say they control Reuters and CNN too. Without mainstream media coverage of alleged crimes and conspiracies, how is it possible for the general public to stop the movement of a new world order? It's the perfect scenario for conspiracy because independent journalists out trying to prove their case won't be taken seriously. Doesn't that sound like us?
Yeah.
Or it can easily be stopped by high-ranking members of the secret order of the Illuminati. And since the organization is believed to control the media government to stop the movement. And here it talks about the goal of the Illuminati, which we know, I said before, a one world government, a united church, and monetary system to destroy all national identity and national pride, a primary consideration of a one world government, to engineer and bring about the destruction of religion, to establish the ability to control each and every human person means mind control which would create human-like robots, and a system of error. To bring about the end of industrialization and production of nuclear-generated electrical power, except other computers and service industries. To encourage and eventually legalize the use of drugs and the productions of pornography, which will be widely accepted and become quite commonplace. To bring about depopulation of large cities. To suppress all scientific development. To cause by means of limited wars with the advanced countries and starvation and diseases in the third world countries, such as Ebola in Africa. To keep people everywhere from deciding their own destinies by means of one created crisis after another, and then managing such crisis. This will confuse and demoralize the population to such an extent to which such crisis. This will confuse and demoralize the population to such extent when faced with many choices. To introduce new cults and continue to boast already functionings. To continue to build up Christian fundamentalism, which will be misused to strengthen the Zionist state of Israel by identifying with the Jews through the myth of God's chosen people. To press and spread of religious cults, to export religious liberations ideas around the world as to undermine all existing religions, especially the Christian religion. To cause a total collapse of the world's economies and engender total political chaos. To take control of all foreign and domestic policy of the United States. To give the fullest support of supranational institutions such as the United Nations, the International Monetary Fund, the Bank of International Settlements, and the World Court. This will make local institutions less effective, so they are either phased out or brought under the mantle of the United Nations. To penetrate and subvert all governments and work within the governments to destroy the sovereignty and integrity of the nations of the United Nations. To organize worldwide terrorist apparatus and to negotiate with terrorists whenever terrorist activities take place. Example, ISIS. To take control of education in America and the intent and purpose of utterly and complete. For those who firmly believe in the Illuminati and the suspected goals of the organizations examining current affairs of the United States, to support the goals that Dr. Coleman laid out in 1953, extremists would point out to the 2008 financial crisis and perceived decay of morals and religion of the work of the Illuminati. Wow, that's something. All for the folks, and you could all see it in our. Once the show's recorded, you could see it all. All the points will be listed. So if you guys want to know more about this, about all of the points that they want to do,
and I'm
what
sure
they're planning on doing next.
And I'm sure that they do want to know because it's interesting and it affects them, So they do want to know. All right, the next one.
How the Illuminati exert control through the media.
Because it's all about control.
Exactly, it sure is. Most of the things we see and hear through media is controlled and manipulated. What we see on TV is like a movie almost. We are given this projected image of what is happening in the world, which is not necessarily an accurate picture. If you're an avid reader of alternative news sites, then you are the most likely aware of this occurrence. What people don't understand is how deeply embedded the disinformation is. The elites who have the amount of control over media outlets understand that there is something called the internet, and people use it to spread the truth. As a result, they have people who directly place disinfo on the internet. The most obvious examples are the many sites that attempt to debunk the 9/11 conspiracy. This is the most obvious example because one doesn't have to look very deeply to find evidence contradicting the official story. The conspiracy of 9/11 is based in scientific fact, yet because of vast amounts of disinfo on the internet, even awakened people have a hard time realizing this notion. Oftentimes, articles that are attempted to debunk in the events of 9/11 never really attempt to look at the facts. Instead, they attack the people who try and speak the truth by claiming they are insane, a variety of other adjectives. Oftentimes, these articles will have a derogatory tone, which is used to make the readers believe they are somehow wrong for even looking into the subject. News outlets such as Fox uses this tactic as well. They will bring a person on air that has a belief that is considered crazy in comparison to mainstream. Instead of letting these people talk, the newscasters The newscasters attack to make a rather confident person question what they believe. I've seen that happen. You, Mario?
Mm-hmm.
It even happened with Alex Jones last year on that show. Who was it? Pierce Morgan.
Morgan, yeah,
Pierce Morgan, whatever his name was. Yeah, exactly.
Pierce Moore, yeah.
Yeah, the elites often use outlets by means of manifesting havoc in the world. The elites have an understanding of some of the basic functions and laws of our society. One of the basic laws is the law of attraction. The idea behind the law of attraction is that an individual group creates their reality through the thoughts. Most people are unaware of this law. As a result, the elites have been able to use the media to help manifest havoc. Mario,
Yeah.
are you able to go down?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. As a result, the elites have been able to use the media to help manifest havoc. An example can be found in the constant bombardment of articles about how World War III is about to start, and we find some on alternative news. Fortunately, there is so much light on the planet now that the attempts by the elites to create any havoc will come up short. Also, the Galactics have made it clear throughout the decades that nuclear weapons won't ever be used again on this planet. But who are the Galactics?
I have no idea. I want to get them on the show. Let's get them on the show, Rob.
Yeah, exactly. The elites do not have nearly as much power as some of the alternative news sites portray. Their power is diminishing by the day. Some will be out and the new earth will manifest. In order to quicken the manifestation of the new earth, try and stay out of fear. Also be wary of the doom and gloom, alternative news articles. The only thing these articles are good for is keeping the reader in a state of disempowerment. When an individual is afraid, that individual is easy to manipulate and control. This is a tactic that has been used over and over again to keep the masses in check throughout our time in the lower dimensions.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it sure is.
Wow.
For sure.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's too much, it's too much of information, It's like
information overload.
wow. Okay, the next piece of work.
Right here.
MTV.
MTV, right there. 16 concrete examples that totally prove the Illuminati controlled the VMAs.
Which is something music awards.
It is a historical fact. Video awards, yeah. It is a historical fact that on the Wikipedia, that the Illuminati was founded on May 1st, 1776. As a Bavarian secret society dedicated to stopping the influence of the Catholic Church over science and philosophy. Its much less historical fact is that the Illuminati persists to this day and is implementing its members in government, business, and the media in an effort to create a new world order by silently ruling the world through signs, symbols, and secrecies. And here we go down. Number 1, Dan Aykroyd, the VMA's first co-host, is obsessed with the occult.
Didn't he also claim that he was visited by UFOs? There was some story with him.
Really, I'm not aware of that, but...
You might say in here, no.
Oh, yeah. He's spoken publicly about his fascination with the paranormal, the UFOs, and crystal skulls. He even created crystal skull vodka.
Yeah, there you go. I told you. I kind of remember that.
Something, yeah, you were right. Of course, you do your information, and you do it well. The most rewarded videos in VMA's history is filled with mind control. Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer.
I remember, Rob, when that video came out. Amazing.
Yeah, I know, for sure. In 1987, making the most successful video in the show's history. Then here, Madonna, Like a Prayer, music video is filled with burning crosses. Remember when that came out? That made like a big story, eh?
Yeah, but I was saying to myself, even back then I knew that it was all bull crap.
Yes. Madonna, what, Mario?
Yeah, you're right.
Madonna won the Viewer's Choice Award of like a prayer, not life a prayer, like a prayer. Everyone knows the Catholic Church and the Illuminati's long-standing battle going back hundreds of years. For Madonna's comb bra represents pyramids. Funny, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And here we have Pee Wee Herman. His comeback. Heard any good jokes lately? And we all know what Pee Wee Herman did.
Yeah, we can't say it on this show, Rob. Oh yeah. Now this one I wish I can play. This is my favorite one, Rob. You know, I was obsessed over this video back in 1992.
I know. Howard Stern, right there. Yeah, we can't play the article. We can't play the video as much as you want.
Yeah, I could play it over and over and over. You know, I used to always talk about that.
I know.
When I saw it, I was like, I can't be seeing this. This cannot be seen. You gotta kill me. The next one, number 7.
Eminem's backup dancers are clones. The real Slim Shady. I remember that video.
How could anybody forget, eh?
Oh yeah, for sure.
The next one.
Beyonce signified fear of human sacrifice. And there she is there.
Hush.
Right there.
The next.
Russell Brand told the audience to vote for
Barry Soetoro.
Exactly. Barry Soetoro, Barack Obama.
And I thought he was a truther, this guy. I thought he was a truth. What the hell? Is he a shill?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I believe he is a shill. Kane West interrupted Taylor Swift.
That's what made Taylor Swift so popular.
Exactly.
Now people are going to be saying these guys are talking, what do you call it, mainstream stuff, but just talking about.
Yeah, Lady Gaga shoved blood and sacrifice on our face. Not a pretty picture of her.
No.
With blood all over her body. Usher presides over a rotating mind control hypnosis floor during his 2010 performance.
I heard of that.
Yeah, look at the floor with the all-seeing eye. Beyonce and Jay-Z announced a pregnancy at the 2011 VMAs. Right there. Why would these megastars announce huge news like this? If they want the most important date in the calendar, all right, they're Illuminati royalty and this is their event. Number 14, Pink's Dancing Lips performance in 2012 represented the doctrine of silence. Right there, no Mario?
Yeah, for Lou.
Exactly, it goes right there. If you know anything about the Illuminati, you know that the vow of silence, it's obvious that from Pink's choice of lips imagery that she knows it well. Number 15, Rihanna's performance cockiness surrounded by snake images in 2012. And we see the lights, the stage.
Yeah.
Symbolics. Britney Spears wore a snake at the 2001 VMAs. Yeah, exactly, for sure. And you can see the snake, and we know what the snake symbolizes. Justin Bieber brought a snake to the 2011 VMAs. And we see a picture right there. He brings a little snake. White Snake came to the 1987 VMAs. Yes, right there. White Snake rock and roll glam band from the 80s, right there.
With that hair.
with the hair and the spandex. Good times right there. Yeah, exactly. Number 16, satanic hand signals for 666 and devil horns are truly regular at the VMAS, and there we can see them doing it. And right there, we see an artist.
Gaga.
That's Lady Gaga right there.
It looks like it's that boy band. I forget the name.
Oh yeah, what was it called? NSYNC?
Probably one of those bands. And this chick, I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
But that's it for that interesting
Piece of information right there.
I mean, if people don't believe us, we're showing it to you. That's what counts. We're actually showing you the truth. Now, if you want to take it in, it's up to you. If you want to reject it, well, you reject it. The next piece of article. News.
Proof that the CNN is Illuminati controlled with an aim to incite Kenyans. Watch out. CNN is one of the most biased among the corporate-run journalism. The major problem with this controversial CNN is that you cannot question the official sources or present perspectives on leftist critics. I never believed this till they tried to apologize to Kenyans. One of the correspondents, Nima Elbig's report on militias in Kenya's Rift Valley, they went ahead to say this. Giving the potential to threaten violence and the election has been well documented by Humans Rights Watch and the Kenyan police. It was entirely appropriate by the actions of local Kenyutu militia was scrutinized. We stand by a decision to report this story and have taken great care of its context. We will not reveal our sources on this or any story and strongly resist any attempt of force to do so. This is the manifest sense I consider this considering the people of Kenya. How can CNN get information from hooligans and they can't even reveal the sources? Their happiness is when we fight and they start celebrating by airing their images. Here are some symbols of Illuminati on CNN front page in their meeting. Their aim is to influence their followers. First sign, the all-seeing eye of Lucifer with text, retina tracking computer system. Second sign, the Knights Templar with Ketel 1 vodka. The third sign, recycling sun can have the devil's eye with text. Fourth, Stadium, London 2012 Zion. Fifth sign, the city with text on the right. It's an ad for vodka, I think. There are the labels on the left and right. The text is fish. There are many controversies that have been associated with the CNN. Even the 27 presidential primaries in the USA, CNN tended to be very biased as they tended to cast very negative light on Republican candidates. Their margin of bias was 3-1. 4 in 10 stories were clearly negative and 14% were neutral. The network was seen getting a negative coverage of the 3 major candidates, where the scores were McCain 63 negativity, Romney faced only a little better, but the majority of his coverage were neutral. In 2006 October, CNN broadcast excerpts of a video filmed by Iraqi insurgents showing attacks on U.S. soldiers. During a press conference, White House Speaker Tony Snow commented on CNN's broadcast, describing the video as being part of insurgent propaganda, and noted, "I am sure the editors are savvy enough to know that when they get a video, it's designed to give you a full and complete view of what's going on in the country and to create a sense of triumphism for the killers of Americans." So there we have it. Yeah, right there about CNN and 9/11, leniency towards the Bush administration. I remember they tried to make him look like a hero after 9/11.
Yeah, which didn't work. He looked more like a fool than anything else.
When he says you're either with us or you're against us, so I guess we would be against them.
That means we're all terrorists. Whoever's watching this show.
Exactly, according to Mr. Bush, the invasion of Iraq. And remember, the invasion of Iraq, they said shock and awe.
Yeah.
Obama-Osama slip. On January 1st, 2007, CNN named then U.S. U.S. Senator, now President Barack Obama, as a caption in his story about Saudi terrorist leader, former Al-Qaeda Osama bin Laden. During Wolf Blitzer's The Situation Room program, an advertisement for an upcoming new features, the whereabouts of bin Laden, captured the caption, "Where's Obama?" over images of the Al-Qaeda leader. CNN later apologized for what is described as a very bad typography error. Blitzer himself apologized on the air for the slip and planned a call to Obama for his personal apology. Ha ha ha.
Right.
Right. Exactly. So there we have. There you can see right there, folks, of what CNN is all about.
Lies, lies, lies.
It's just propaganda machine that they use. They are lies. These are just lies. Go and seek attention from pigs. Kenyans will be peaceful all the time. Thank you.
Satoro, Barry Satoro.
Yeah, tonight we've been talking a lot about Barry Satoro, Barack Obama, haven't we?
Well, for sure, because
He's in the thick of things.
He needs the attention, Rob. You know, Satoro does need the attention.
Exactly. And here's a little thing. Fox News and the Illuminati. I just want to know what people's thoughts are on Fox News. The Glenn Beck show seems to expose some of the plans of the Illuminati. So this exposure would, at first glance, make it seem like Fox News is not controlled by the Illuminati. But this is happening a lot. The Illuminati are allowing themselves to be caught. The question is why. Could it be that they have so much advanced technology hidden from the public and have decades or century of preparations that are ready for the worst? It is pretty clear that the mainstream media is being controlled. This has become almost scientific fact ever since footage showing two different recordings of the 9/11 plane crash. The mainstream media was altered, no doubt about that. But why? What this shows, however, is the media involvement in the media is the most diabolical of plans. But why? Money. And this little how can I say
Forum
talks about this. Fox News and the Illuminati. It's a very good, I'm not going to go through all of it, but it's for you folks. I want to know more about Fox News because we did cover CNN. We talked a bit about CBS, and now here is Fox News right there. Right there.
Yeah, I know. I guess that's it. That's it. And sweep on next.
And all the articles that go on about it. Yeah.
Sweep on next. Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure, before
getting to the next information.
Through the next one, because we have to be on the same level, same track. Because if we get off track, then the viewers get off track, and if they get off track, we're not going nowhere. Okay, so right here's the next one.
Proof that CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, and NBC all fake the news in the conspiracy zone, exposing the lies, deception of the fake news right there. Remember, the media is controlled by 6 corporations: General Electric, GE, Disney, News Corp, Time Warner, Viacom, and CBS. Just 6 corporations. Each member is a global media team. The media, so-called left and right functions of the official mouthpiece of global MGT team. They have concentrated control over what we see, hear, and read, from cradle to grave. These giant companies are vertically integrated, controlling everything from initial productions to final distributions. They're fake news, and it's a great article right there. If you're just going to scroll down and just show the viewers right here of what they show right there. There's a nice video right there, which we can play if you guys want to see. A lot of information. Exactly. Mainstream media, it's all theater, and it's completely staged. I only use the news as a guide to get an idea of what is going on. That's for sure. It's going to set it any better. And yeah, right there. There's books you can read, websites you can look on how, and it talks about how the media is being manipulated. and how it fools all the masses. Okay, and there's more videos as we scroll down, more and faster.
I remember seeing this video. That was, I think I even put on the conspiracy talk.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, CNN talks about CNN back 17 years ago. Fake news stories. And I just can't believe how some people think that what they see in the news is the actual truth, and only the truth.
Because people don't know the truth. That's why.
Exactly. Do you remember the videos that we used to see on the news and they would show them being reptilians?
Yeah.
That was something pretty wild. And there's busted 9/11.
The Building 7.
Yeah, that collapsed.
Hmm. All kinds of videos.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, okay. Exactly. All kinds of videos in the conspiracy zone that people can see, that can go and see if they want more information for that.
And that's it for
That's
this
it.
one.
Exactly.
That
So,
was
yeah,
very, very juicy information.
it sure was.
Information.
Vice President Joe Biden said Thursday it'll take a quote hell of a long fight for the United States and its allies to stop the advance of Iraq and Syria.
Where's this video playing?
I don't know. I hear something. Do you?
I hear it too about Biden and all of that.
Where's it coming from?
I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to turn off.
Exactly. Now we have to read. I have to talk over till you find it. You know. Oh, great.
I think I can hear it. It's from this website. I guess it must be.
Secret.com, eh? Yeah, Illuminati symbolism. CNBC is another Luciferian Illuminati right there. You know, I think we can't go to this article, no? Because if you can't shut it off, you know what that means, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the next one. Hold on. It's like it really, really sucks that.
Don't you hate when they do that?
It's like an ad somewhere. It's an ad that they put in. That's what it is.
An ad, yeah, for sure. All right.
That ad messes things up. It's like, I hate ads, but what can we do?
Oh, yeah, and another one now.
Yes, I'm just setting it up so that it's legible.
But I still hear them. I still hear it though.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't.
Now?
Hold on.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Good.
Okay, here's the next one.
Friends, yeah. Now what's this? Oh yeah. Friends of Syria, right there. Yeah, I remember that.
Oops. Okay.
Anderson Cooper and CNN have been caught staging fake news about Syria intervention that happened last year. The primary witnesses that the mainstream media has used as a source in Syria has been caught staging fake news segments. Recent video evidence proves that Syria Dani, the supposed activist, has been begging for military intervention on CNN. His video is just a paid actor and liar. While Assad is definitely a tyrant like any head of state, a U.S. invasion of the country is a worst-case scenario for people living there. By pointing out that mainstream media is orchestrating their entire coverage of this incident, we are now denying that there's a tremendous amount of death and violence in Syria right now. However, we are showing the mainstream media version of even scripted and staged propaganda. The following video has contradicting himself while off air and even asking crew members to get the gunfire sound ready for his video conference with Anderson Cooper. Isn't that staged?
Yeah, but people want the proof. Here it is.
Exactly, and I'm not going to read the whole article right there, but it says no one in America can forget the image of Saddam Hussein statue being toppled and covered with American flag. Yet people realize that this was a hoax, a staged psychological operation coordinated between the military. In July 2004, journalist John Emmer exposed an internal army study of the war, showing that this whole statue scenario was staged, was a setup. Oh yeah, Desert Storm. They're talking about how that was a setup also.
Everything was a setup.
And yeah, and look. Remember when they wanted to go into Syria? Like they wanted to topple down Assad. Remember Obama said, "I'm gonna attack him, I don't care," and he's attack him, and he didn't at the end because Putin. What did they do? They probably did have Plan B, which is Plan B: create the all-fearing and all-powerful ISIS. That's what they did, and now they have a reason to go fight in Iraq and Syria because there's this supposedly criminal cartel brainwashed people called the ISIS.
And they claim they can't take them down.
Exactly, and the U.S. military is having trouble fighting ISIS. Why? Because it's all staged to make it look like that they can't.
And this is pretty much almost the same thing because we've seen this.
The same thing, yeah, just for more people like CNN fake news and everything. CNN blowing up a pipeline in Syria for news. CNN crew caught blowing up Syrian pipeline to blame on government. CNN is really bad, eh?
No, I know. That's why I don't listen to them.
I don't even go on the website anymore.
No.
You know, they do it about the iPhone and technology, so people can get into iPhones and technologies and smartphones and Androids and everything, and just forget about everything that's going on, to dumb them down, to make them spend money.
But we're not falling for that.
No, CNN crew linked with Horns bombing. It goes on and on. It's a long article right there.
No, it's not. It's actually over, and that's it.
Oh, that's it. Okay, because I thought I saw something else. Okay, all right then.
And before we go, I'll just show what's happening on Chitango because people do want to know.
It's right there, exactly.
A lot of action. Thank you, people, for showing up there, right?
Oh yeah, we love Chitango. It's a very wonderful website for you folks, and it was great to see all of you coming on the MnRTV live show. We hope you enjoyed our show tonight. Any final thoughts on the news being controlled by the Illuminati?
No, the only thing I gotta say is they can't control you and I. They can't control whoever's watching this show because we're on top of the game. And
exactly. So, folks, we'll see you next week on the MnR Live TV show. We've got a special guest next week, so we can't wait for that. And we'll see you next week, God willing. You all. Thank you very much for joining the MnRTV live show, folks. Be well.
All right, thank you for watching. You're the best. Don't you ever change. Keep on watching. Thank you very much.
Yes.
As we march on out with the beautiful music.
Indeed.